Hello, my astrology friends. We continue with the 2024 astrology marathon. And today, my guest is the beautiful Mishele. Hello, Mishele.
Hi, Lada. Thanks for inviting me again. I'm so happy to be here.
From your incredible office that you did according to your astrology chart. We've shown it before to people. And
Yep.
Mishele is going to talk to us about 2024 remedies. This is her specialty. Mishele was a personal student to the late Nicola Stojanovic. They developed together remedies. She was telling him a lot of remedies as well, invented them together.
We had
And
fun doing it.
and now you're going to do for us remedies for the Jupiter Uranus conjunction, which is epochal, once every 12, 13 years it happens. And Mishele is offering for anyone who is a viewer of the channel a new reading, which is solar return chart remedies. This is like
Yes.
looking at your personal year ahead from birthday to birthday, your chart, but she gives you specific remedies for this year. If, for example, you have Pluto conjunct the ascendant of the solar return chart or square Mars or whatever, she'll give you ways that will mitigate or use the highest possible vibration of this energy and so on. So I'm very excited to hear what you have for us, Mishele.
Yeah, I really enjoyed diving into the energy of this transit and thinking of some, you know, little things that we can do to shift the energy. I feel like, this is one of those I don't feel like you can really predict what's going to happen with this because it's out of the blue, unexpected things, and also we have to remember that Jupiter is the blessing in disguise. So a lot of times we can have a hope and dream and, we want to accomplish something and Jupiter will take something away from us. But, when we look back in it a couple of years later, we're like, well, thank God that that happened because now this is so much better. So I always feel like, into this, I'm like, we're not really going to know exactly what's going to happen, but could we use the energies to our advantage? Absolutely. We can do little things to shift that and to connect with this so that we can internally grow. And then maybe it's not so as harsh, some of them are going to be, it's going to be life changing and, out of the blue, unexpected things. So yeah.
Absolutely. Oh,
I can
I have to help
give
you share
permission
the
to
screen, yeah?
yeah.
Second, make a host. Right. Oh, yes.
Okay, you can see that. I'm going to go ahead and take my video off so that way I'm not looking back and forth and get confusing. Um, so yeah, here we go. Jupiter conjunct Uranus. We're going to go ahead and start with Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I think this is going to be the biggest impact. Obviously, it's going to be in your sign, more prominent if it's within, what would you give of an orb, like 5 to 10 degrees, you think, Lada? I mean, it's a pretty big conjunction. So,
Yeah, 5 to
yeah,
10. So the last
yeah,
10 degrees and even the 18, 19 already from 17 degrees to here.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So, Jupiter expands everything that it touches. So when it comes into the first house, it's always like a blessing, right? There's a protection, an extra protection that you get, but it can also expand your weight. So, one thing that we want to do is we want to make sure, Jupiter rules your liver. So doing something shocking to your body, like a detox, do a liver cleanse. Jupiter in Taurus is, can bring something to your body. Because remember, this is your physical body. So this is what this is all going to be about for you is your physical body. Eliminating sugar, because this is going to give you, Jupiter likes to overindulge and will overindulge on sweet things. And so eliminating sugar from your diet. Jupiter is related to, orange things. And with Uranus conjunct, we want something that is going to be like a shock to your body. So ginger turmeric shots are going to be a good thing first thing in the morning, you know, take ginger, turmeric, and also golden milk. That's a really good mixture of, you know, healing your gut. So it's something that you can start off in the morning with. And also first, because this is first thing that you do, right? Taking cold showers, and it doesn't have to be every day. So this is something that, you know, Wim Hof has a program where it teaches you about the effects of a cold shower or cold plunge. You don't have to go buy a pool. You don't have to do that. You can actually take a 1-minute shower every day, or just randomly throw, you know, you might feel a little stuck during the week or something, and just take a cold shower, you know. So you just want something that's going to shock, but it's going to be different for you. You know, when we're talking about your appearance, because this is you, it's all about you, you're going to have this urge to want to change, you know, how you're presenting yourself. So you can do that by your clothing. It's really good to let go of some of your clothing, going through your closet. What do you have in there? This aspect can also, you know, besides going through the clothes, you can give that to charity, you know, so you can give to somebody who doesn't, you know, whatever charity that you want to go and donate to. But update your closet. It could be trying some new type of clothing, adding some color, you know, just spice up how you typically dress, you know. And this is something that doesn't have to be so daunting. I mean, yes, you can also do a makeover, like you can physically go in there and get plastic surgery, but I really wouldn't recommend this because this is kind of short-lived. And I think that to jump on and do something so extreme, the best way is just sort of little tiny shifts that you can simply change with just your clothing. You know, maybe you always wore pants and t-shirts, and maybe now try dresses, and just something different. So I think those are good little ways to do that. Your hair, you know, this your first house, especially Aries ruled house, is your head. So your hair, you can change your hairstyle. You don't have to chop off all of your hair and color it, but you can. Some people are going to be wanting to do that, but you can just change your hairstyle. Like I'm Taurus rising, 29 degrees. So I'm doing my hair different. Usually I used to part it one way, and now I'm adjusting to a whole different way, cut it, and I'm trying a different look, but it's nothing that has to be long term, right? So you can just try different little things. And there's a new trend of a scalp facial where you go into a beauty salon and they actually, you know, scrape your scalp, and they do massages on your scalp, and they use oils, and it's pampering. It's your 5 senses, right? So get a scalp massage, do something for your hair, like a hair mask. Those things are going to be different and unique, because that I've seen videos, look on TikTok, they have absolutely amazing videos of these treatments, and I'm super excited to try one of those. You know, facials, you can do different type of facials. You know, this is when we're looking at the natural ruler of this first house, which is Aries, which rules like needles. So PRP, your own plasma, right? You can do those facials. That vampire, that one, it's, you know, actually makes your skin bleed, and, you know, pills, some type of chemical pills. But then there's also new things. There's cold lasers, a lot of different things or like I said, some people might want to be doing some sort of cosmetic changes, but I feel like these should be more practical things, maybe even Botox. I mean, you know, this is about beauty in your body, you know. An important thing too, because this is an earth sign, is raising your vibration, being grounded, going outside, connecting your feet with the earth, walking on the ground. That's going to be a really good way, because it's going to be a lot of energy. You're going to be, sometimes it could be an overwhelming energy of nerves, because it's an expansive, right? So you want to ground yourself, you know, and also the same thing, because this is first thing when you wake up in the morning, but it has an element of your sleep, because the ruler Venus is ruling this transit, and it's in Aries, and it's in your 12th house. So because of this, you also want to ground when you're sleeping. Put black tourmaline raw crystals underneath your bed. set that intention when you do that, you know, kind of thanking the crystal for releasing any energy that is not serving you, protecting you. So, you know, reducing that energy as well. And exercise. And because Venus is in your 12th house, exercise should be done before bed. You know, in the evening, you're going to have a lot of energy. So exercising, you know, Uranus is like jumping. So doing jumping jacks, you jump rope, you know, that's something you can very inexpensive that you can do. You can do jumping jacks for free. You can get a jump rope, that's cheap, or you can get a little mini trampoline because that's going to help increase, let go of a lot of that energy. You could also do this first thing in the morning because not only is the 12th house what you're doing before you're going to bed, but this is also your ascendant, which is what you do first thing in the morning. So same thing, right? You could also try some.
I have a friend who is Taurus sun, and Uranus is very close to her sun now, and especially Jupiter going. She started jumping rope a couple of months ago. She had radical transformation to her body. She says, she's never looked better and amazing. That's she intuitively was pulled to that, and she's
exactly
so true that jumping exercise,
exactly. Yeah, I mean, Taurus is in the sign of, or, oh, are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sorry. Okay, disappeared from my screen. You know, Taurus and they're in the same sign right now, you know, so they're together. So yeah, absolutely. Another thing is like something new, right? There's like trapeze classes where you're swinging, there's just some really cool classes that you can do, you know, you're jumping, you're swinging. And then there's like virtual fitness challenges, you know, because remember, Aries, Venus is in Aries, so you want to challenge yourself. You want to try new different things. You know, they have those squat challenges, different type of things like that. So, you know, do something where you're challenging yourself. And then another thing is breathing techniques. This is a really good way of expanding your energy, releasing energy. You get a lot of it. And so learning breathing techniques is going to be one way of releasing that energy. And then the physiological benefits on your body is also, you know, powerful. And of course, having sex, you know, have sex before you go to bed, you know, in the morning, but have an element of role play to it because you're trying to be something new, somebody that you're not, and step into this persona of that, you know. And also doing like couples yoga, you know, you want to do something together where you're bonding, where you're stretching, and you know, because Taurus is something, it doesn't like to put a whole lot of energy into stuff. It's a little slow going. So something like that can also be something that you can do. And then, you know, Saturn is the ancient ruler of Aquarius. So we're looking at the sign of Uranus rules Aquarius. So, you know, another aspect of this is, you know, Taurus rules time. So how are you spending your time? This is about you taking, you know, what are you doing in the morning? Like, are you on social media? Are you watching TV? You know, so what is no longer serving you? What do you need to let go of? And changing your morning routine to where now maybe because this is about self-growth, you know, instead of listening to music, change it to motivational speakers while you're getting ready. You know, you can listen to astrology. You can also do this is about your self-worth and changing that, you know, really diving deep into, you know, how you're feeling. There's some techniques. I know about EFT, which is emotional freedom technique. You know, it's something that you can do very quick to address deep-seated emotions and you can change them. Astro GSR, I know Marina does that. I don't know if it's the same as EFT, but I know she's got programs on yours and they can go get one of those, get a reading with her and learn some of this. And then it's mirror work. It's facing yourself, getting in that mirror. Louise Hay has a book on that. So, you know, this is something that you can do to really work on your self-esteem and your growth. And what do you need to release? What's holding you back? Because this is a breakthrough. This 21 degrees is also in numerology is what we call the truth shall set you free. So what do you need to break free from? What are you saying? What is that holding you back? You can also start a social media business. It's about finally setting yourself free. You could be in the spiritual closet. You can, start sharing your knowledge, and this can be a sudden popularity, because Jupiter comes and has that blessing there for you, and it's an attraction, so it's a magnetism, and lighting a candle during this time will also be a really good thing to do while you're doing that, while you're researching. You can also have a spiritual awakening. These are insights that you can get. So you can activate this by going to a spiritual retreat, traveling abroad, and then also connecting with your soul family. I'm currently, like I told you, finishing galactic astrology. I will be getting certified here in the next couple of weeks, and that's connecting to your star seeds, your soul lineage, connecting to those, and I will teach in Remedies for that how to connect to that energy of the past, healing that past. How is it playing into your life right now, and how can you use the energy to connect to those guides? So that's a huge thing that, it can be connecting you to something totally new, something different, even human design, different aspects of astrology that you didn't study before, but now it's something new. Different types of meditation. Zarina has the Silva method. Zarina has a lot of programs on your channel where you can learn different meditations, and it's about, manifesting and learning how to, use these just different, unique techniques, and then enrolling in higher education, besides like learning astrology, numerology, learning how to read tarot cards. This is Jupiter is about Jupiter. To me, this conjunction is you can tap into seeing the future, and so learning tarot cards is a really good skill that you can tap into, and really honing in on your psychic senses. You can get a lot of downloads, and you can just utilize the moon to really activate a lot of that. And go on a spiritual retreat. You can get a healing, a shaman, and astrology readings. You have a lot of different unique astrologers, and I think a lot of people get gravitated to a certain astrologer that they like. But try a different one, to think outside of the box, because this is about thinking differently and shifting. Maybe it's Vedic astrology, maybe it's evolutionary astrologer, and don't stick with the typical one that you always do. And I think that's what I love about your channel, is because there's so many different astrologers that nobody is the same. And so you can have a whole different, you can get a different perspective. And I think that's what we're looking at, is thinking differently.
You're so right, because now I remember on the last Jupiter Uranus conjunction, it happened in my sign, though, in Aries. So that's happening for Taurus now. I had my reading with Nicole Stojanovic, and I started there, and it was the most shocking reading in my world. It turned around my perspective. And I started my astrology business then. So that's
there you go.
Exactly. So I'm not saying all Tauruses will do that, but you're so
right. Yeah, exactly. All right. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is happening in your 12th house. So 12th house is your past life. So there's you can go and get past life healings. There's QHHT, which is quantum healing hypnosis, where you're going back, they're hypnotizing you, you're going back, you're learning the past, you're talking about these, and you can actually do healing within this. It's so unique, it's so different. I've actually experienced it, and it is mind-blowing, and then also lucid dreaming. This is a really good time to learn lucid dreaming. You can enroll in a course, you can try it, go into a reading for Akashic records, family constellation, galactic astrology. You can enroll in courses, you can learn about them. You know, these are things, doing this before you go into sleep at night. That's going to be when it's going to be really heightened for you because it's in your 12th house, which is what you do before you go to bed. So that's a good way of utilizing that energy is at night doing that. You can have a spiritual awakening as well. You know, this can happen abroad. You can travel, you can go to Peru and do an ayahuasca ceremony, and you can have an awakening. You don't actually have to travel abroad. You can just go to stay in a hotel. You can go to a retreat that's close to home. You know, you can get downloads. You can do channeled writing. You connect with the other side. And you can also at night when you go to sleep, you can talk to your guides and say, show me what I need to let go of. You can get messages in your dreams. Your dreams are going to be very prolific at this time, but you have to set that intention. And I think this is huge about this, is that you want to, don't be scared of things, you know, just say, you know, thank you for showing me what I need to let go of, and show me different ways of handling XYZ situation, you know, because you can have hidden enemies, right? In your 12th house, you can have a lot of things can come to light. The truth can come out of maybe a deception. You can learn the truth about something. So it can shock you. It can, it can take you by surprise, you know. But what's happening is there's a square to your 10th house, where Mars and Neptune are, which is Pisces. And so this can be, you feel, you know, and this is also, if we're looking at Venus is the ruler of this, and then Mars is the ruler of Venus because it's in Aries, you know, you can be feeling like you've worked a lot of energy at work, and maybe it's going nowhere. Maybe you're kind of confused, and so you can get burnt out. So this is time to take some time off, you know, and you don't have to do anything. You can just rest. You know, you can go get a massage. You can just take a hot bath, take a couple of days and just kind of reevaluate your career. You know, at this time, Mercury is also going to be in Aries, and it's going to be retrograde. So it's reevaluating, you know, what am I doing? Am I happy here? Do I need to change something? Because this square is, you can get insights of, you know, maybe you need to change careers, maybe you need to move, you know what I mean? Like you can change jobs. This square is going to want you to take some action. So making sure that you're grounded, and that's going to be important as well here. Grounding yourself. You can do the crystal underneath your bed as well. It's going to be really, really important to keep grounded. Go outside, connect into nature. That's going to be huge, you know. And then doing moving meditation where you walk, and especially when you're at work, you can just kind of somehow disconnect while you're at work. For lunch, don't stay at work. Go for a walk out in nature, you know. And then also, you know, Mars and Neptune, you know, Mars is fire. So lighting a candle, you know, this is why I put candle meditation there, because you can light a candle when you're at home and you can meditate. You can, if you're allowed at work, you can light a candle at work, you know, and that can help you see clearly. That aspect will help you see clearly, because Neptune, you know, Pisces can confuse you, but if you utilize that energy, that can help you. And then with Venus is in your 11th house, and so, you know, I always want to look at who's ruling this aspect, you know. So I'm looking at Aries being Venus in your 11th house. There's a lot of energy with it, you know. You've got Mercury there, you've got Chiron, so there's a whole lot of energy in the 11th house. So this is about, like, you know, because it's Mercury retrograde, you know, setting new goals, reevaluate that. You know, your North Node is there. You know, are you working towards something new in social media? Are you connecting to a different society? Are you taking some action, maybe learning about some different things? I think this is going to be like an investigative time to, you know, if you're looking at, you know, family constellations or, you know, QHHT, are there groups that you can go visit? Is there a course, a weekend course on lucid dreaming that you could go do out in the community, connecting with other people, but reevaluating your goals. Um, this can be time with your friends too. 11th house is your friends, but it's an active time. So go to a concert. Aries is about having fun, comedy shows, laugh, have a good time. Get involved in your community, big brother, become a mentor, utilize this for sharing your gift and giving back to somebody who doesn't have anything. So I think that's a good little way that Gemini is, they'll use that energy. And then Cancer. So Cancer, this is a lucky placement. This is happening in your 11th house, and it's giving you a sextile to your ascendant. So this is really good. Wherever Jupiter is at, it's in the 11th house. This is a luck thing. If you've ever contested, there are radio stations that have contests. You could do things online. A lot of your vendors, like Bud Light have contests. You can win cruises. You can, those things are free, right? You can go online to radio shows. You can enter contests. You can call into the radio and you can win. You can do things out in your community. Maybe stores have giveaways. Enter these things. This is a lucky time. And also it could be winning the lottery. Obviously, this Jupiter does like to spend. Have a budget. Stick with your budget. Don't go too crazy. I don't want to, trigger people and be like spending money. There's a lot of things you can do for free and you can win. I've done it several times, so it's hugely possible. This is another way of starting a social media channel. There's this ability to be intuitively knowing, what's trending, what to talk about. You can coach people and teach people because Jupiter's the teacher, right? It's that master teacher and sharing some unique perspective. You can shift the consciousness of a huge group of people. So you can actually start an online community, a group where you talk about things, and or you can get these inspirations from online. You can go on to YouTube, maybe, if people are looking into astrology, maybe at this time they're attracted to your channel and they go and they see these different videos, and it can be inspiring. So this is a really good time for that. But this is also, your goals and dreams. That 11th house is something that you've been wishing and wanting to do, and you can attain it. It can suddenly, out of the blue, maybe you've always dreamed of going to Italy, and maybe you win the trip to Italy because you've entered a contest. So a really good thing that you can do, because like I said, Mercury is retrograde during this time. So work on a vision board. If you have a vision board, update it, refine it, really think hard of, is this really what my goal is? Focus on some short-term things that, you can accomplish right now to kind of build that justification, because Venus is in your 10th house. And so this is, you want to feel accomplished and you want to feel like you've done something. So set some small goals and then really look at your long-term goals. Creating affirmations can be something that can shift you. And, when you come up with these goals, create an affirmation with it. So like if you say you want to go to Italy and your goal is to go to Italy, just say, I am so grateful that I got to go to Italy, and it was a trip of a lifetime and I had so much fun. Putting that energy of that emotion into it, not the, I'll never be able to afford to go to Italy. It'll never happen. That is going to block you, and it's going to put you back into that mindset of it doesn't happen for me, right? I don't deserve that, because remember, this is your self-worth. So you want to create an affirmation that's going to shift your mind, and speak as if it is already happens, right? You start with the end in mind, and this is a really good part because that Venus, which is about action, is squaring you. It's in your 10th house. So you start with the end in mind. What do you want to accomplish? And really put your energy into what does that feel like for you? Not how am I going to get there, but what does that feel like? And take steps. You have to take steps. You can't put a vision board up there and just look at it. This is about action. And that square is going to make you take action. So in your 10th house, Venus there, Mercury's there. This is about like, decluttering. What is it at work that maybe you need to let go of? You can very simply clean your office, change around the furniture, go through a detox of your office. What papers don't need to be there? Maybe it's redecorating. You can add some beautiful crystals. You can decorate with some astrological, some beautiful art. You can change that. Obviously, a lot of this can be modified with your birth chart, but is it time for a career change? What are you passionate about? Really write down your goals of what do I really want to do? North Node is there as well, in Aries. So, is this the time to break through and try something new? Maybe a female mentor there at work that you can talk with, looking at different positions that you want to try. What do you need to do to get to that next step? This is a really good time of thinking about that. And then Leo rising, the fixed signs are the ones that are going to be impacted the most, especially if you have any planets within those degrees, right? So, this is going to square your 10th house, or this is in your 10th house and it's going to square you. So there's going to be a lot of changes with your career. You can, a lot of out of the blue changes with your job. Maybe the company could dissolve. There could be mergers. The whole landscape of how you work is going to change. So, to move around that energy, be dynamic, you can change the office around. This is going to help you as well, changing things and, moving the desk, redecorate, add spiritual artwork, constellations. You can also meditate at work. You can, take even a 5-minute, it takes a couple of minutes to meditate, but, when you get to work, do meditations, take a 15-minute break. And instead of going and talking to, other people, just do something for you, that's going to support you. So do some sort of meditations, and also this is a good thing for you to keep grounded at work, go home for lunch, disconnect, walking with your feet on the earth. You can listen to spiritual videos while you're at work too, listen to your videos of interviews that you have with people. If you're taking any courses, you can listen to those while you're at work, instead of radio, so just, I think this is a really good time of activating that, because you can get a lot of insights and you can get a lot of downloads, and you can get help from your guides with work as well. But it's also about being charitable, you becoming a mentor. This is about you really showing up and connecting to your gifts, and you can make a big difference. Maybe at your organization, start something new about a mentoring program. Break free, and this is also starting your own business. Break free. This is time for you to really, this is something, maybe this has been a goal of yours for a while. Follow through. This is time to take action. Think outside of the box. You don't have to quit your day job. You can start your business and do a hybrid where you're doing, get into that point, because you want to break free. This is going to be a time of breaking free from working from somebody else. But like I said, not everyone can just quit their day job and start their own business. So, start that business. Don't hesitate. This is a really good blessing time that Jupiter comes in and can blesses in it. and also can be that divine push. Changes can happen at work to where you're kind of pushed into doing something different. It is also causing a trine here, and so this is about teaching. You can learn a new language, spiritual things as well, and you can travel abroad. So this ninth house is going to be, it's going to be activated. This is where you can get some, I don't know why, I have this feeling of someone just like quitting their job and just going out of the country and just taking a few weeks just to kind of reset and just get some inspiration. Or you take a trip and you do that and you have the idea of like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to quit. I'm going to do this. Or you move out of the country, right? You just decide, I quit my job. I'm moving. I'm going to go travel. I'm going to go on this adventure, and it can be very beneficial for you during that time. Mars and Neptune are in your 8th house. And so this is going to be really activating again, studying occult, that's spiritual. But it's a good time to cut cords. What is holding you back? Mars is cutting something, right? And so you can cut some long-seated beliefs that you have, go back to that EFT, that GSR time, reading with Marina, healing that energy, chakra healing, balances, angels, that you can take a course. Kyle Gray has a course on angels, connecting with your angels, angel card readings, lucid dreaming. Again, you can get a lot of insights. You can do a lot of healing in your dreams. QHHT is also another good thing that you can do, because this is accessing your past. Galactic astrology, accessing your past, connecting with your soul family. This is at night. You can do candle meditation as well. Like I said, Mars is fire. And, to take this to another level is you can go get a spiritual type of candle. If you have a church, you can go get a candle there at a church, or you can just go to your local spiritual shop and you can get something that's related to Pisces or whatever kind of astrological energy that you want. Some of them are like Reiki infused, something like that. But taking a hot bath, sex again, this obviously, but now you want to change this. You want to do something different. It's role playing. But this is about money too. So it's other people's money. You and your partner can put your money in a foreign bank, or you can invest in foreign money. Very simple as, which currency currently is highly rated or whatever. I don't know too much. Sama is probably the person to go to for that. But you can go exchange your money, and save it. If the value is worth more, and that you could do very little tiny things like that, but take a little bit of time to do some research, and you don't have to invest too much, you know what I mean? So that's just a little way that you can do that. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. So this is in your 9th house, which gives you a trine. So this is a really good time for you to share your gifts, be a teacher. You can be the motivational speaker. You can reach large groups of people. This is about the collective. You can share something that can impact a lot of people. Remedies, you can get a remedy reading. You can be a mentor. You can be that person to awake somebody else. This is about awakening. This is about a shift. This is about that divine spark. And so you can be that person that can do that. This can also happen for you at a retreat, or you can do a retreat. You can do a retreat that you bring people in, and you have people from around the world, and it can be that awakening for you, for them. spending time with like-minded people. You know, you can do this online. You don't have to go abroad. You know, you can connect with foreigners, and you can learn a new language. This is about you know, learning a foreign language, and you can connect with people and speak with them, and really just meet new people, you know, and higher education. This is like deciding to go back for your PhD course, you know, maybe I know that there's like astrology colleges, there's a lot of different things. You can even go uh, uh you know, PhD, or you know, you want to go be a doctor, you want to higher learning, you know, this is a really good time because you have that blessing, and you have that energy of um, uh, protection, you know, of encouragement. And I think that is a lot of that, you know, divine encouragement. But Mars and Neptune is going to be in an opposition, you know, and so, you know, this is um, a good time of getting like an aquarium, right? Because this access, you know, is about pets too. And so you can get like a beta fish. You can get a little tiny one. You can light a candle meditation, really good for this, especially when you need to make a decision, especially when you're working with your partner, you know, because it could, obviously, when you have Mars in that seventh house, can bring some tension. It could be um, um, maybe it's time to fix some things. So this could be a time where you can go do, and I didn't put that on here, but go seek a counselor, you know, talk about issues that you have, and kind of face those together, because, you know, it's like get to the root of what's going on with it. Or you can just fix things in your home. You know, um, you can also take a cooking class, right? Jupiter this is in Jupiter, and it's in Taurus, right? So you want to take a cooking class where you can learn how to cook some foreign food, and just try something different. And I think it's spicing up, you know, that relationship. And you know, there'll be that mirror. It's going to be that like really understanding where the relationship is, and so those little things can help. Venus is in your eighth house. So I think this is a really good time because Mercury is there of, if you haven't, starting an astrological journal of every day writing down what's going on in your life. And, you know, maybe you can do some channeled writing, but when you have this astrological journal, when certain transits come up and you're watching videos and an astrologer says what was happening to you 8 years ago in June, and you're like, what? But if you start this, and, you know, and you can just write some key things that's going on, you can go back and realize what themes are activated. And it's a really good time to start that, because you know, Mercury's there. It's a north node, and it's a new thing, and it's trying something new, but taking a little bit of action, using that energy for some action, you know. And it's also a good time to detox. You know, it's doing that liver cleanse, it's cutting out sugar, maybe some other foods that, you know, what do you need to eliminate from your diet? Or go and get an energy healing. You know, you can go get a Reiki, you can go get a massage, you can get some crystal healing, or you can study this. Okay. So it's a really good time to probably more investigate. I wouldn't start something. It would just be more investigative until, you know, Mercury becomes direct or whatever. But there you go. Now, Libra, sun, moon, or rising. So this is in your eighth house. So you can have a spiritual awakening. You know, this is a time where you can connect, you can have psychic downloads, your intuition can be heightened. Really good time to get a reading of galactic astrology, your soul family, probably the EFT, the thing that Marina does, you know, connecting to your guides and to your angels. you can access, you can get help from the divine. I think there's going to be a lot of spiritual aspect to this, but and you can also win money. There can be an inheritance, maybe money out of the blue that you didn't realize, and all of a sudden somebody reaches out and says, here, this, somehow you inherit some money, and you come into some money somehow. It could be all of a sudden out of the blue, but Venus is going to be in an opposition, and so this is a good time to take a trip with your partner, go somewhere new. Before, you always went you always vacationed here and there. It was like a tradition, and you always did certain things, but now it's something about trying something new with your partner, doing some different things. This could be a time to go into a counselor, talk about any challenges that you might be having, or go into the gym, try couples yoga. That could be a really good way of connecting. And you have the North Node there, so it's definitely something new. Let's see, and then Mars and Neptune is in your 6th house, and so this is also a time about your health, and it's researching. Maybe you have something out of the blue come up in your health, and now is the time to take initiative. It could be self-healing, where you, throughout what you learn in your 8th house, is going to activate resolving things from your past. Energy healing could release, you realize things that you could be holding on to, it comes out on your body. So, see a spiritual healer. Mars is needles, so go get acupuncture, do Reiki, go to a shaman, it's something natural healing that you want to do. Here again, probably doing like the ginger turmeric shots. Those things are going to be really good too. Start a new type of exercise too, as well, because it's you want to use this energy. You want to move your body, stretching. There's a lot of different types of, I know here there's a lot of you can go to a place that just stretches you, so you can actually go and have someone just physically stretch you. That is a really good thing too, or a massage. Another, get an aquarium, because 6th house is where you work. So it's your desk. You can put an aquarium there, little betta fishes. They're really cute, but and you can also decorate, in your office. You can get rid of things that, you're no longer using. Really work hard, finish projects that you weren't done with before, finish tasks, really take an evaluation of what you're working on and finish it. Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. Well, this is going to be in your 7th house. So there's going to be a lot of growth in your relationship. So good time with your partner to go on a trip, out of the country. But it's also going to be where, Uranus likes to do a lot of separations, and so I think that, this is time for doing something new in your relationship. I really feel like just sleeping separate rooms one night can change the energy. It's something different. Your bedroom, you can update the decorations, you can change the furniture around, move the furniture around, update your bedroom, the decor. You want it to feel new and exciting. But I feel like having that that little separation where you just sleep in a different room one night, because this is a shakeup in a relationship. So for it to go the other way, which could be divorces and just truth of a relationship coming out. Like, obviously, I don't like to go down those. I'm just trying to say, let's use this energy, but, doing things together, is good. But also, if you go on a trip together, obviously you're going to want to do things together, but have a day where you go just, maybe you go on a spiritual retreat, or you go on a retreat together and you each do a different classes for the day. So you're still connecting, you're still learning something together, but it's still a little separate, but you can get a lot of insights on the relationship. And I think that growing together is important, right? Because this is about growth. And if you're not in a relationship, if you're traveling or you're doing something, you can meet somebody out of the blue, somebody very foreign to you, somebody you never would have thought of before. So be open to understanding why this person has come into your life. And I think being open-minded, is going to be the key here. And then there is also that sextile is doing something physical, role playing, doing that like dominant submissive role. You can get some spiritual downloads. You can do the candle meditation, travels big, going to a beach, dancing, this is donating, giving to children, this is about somebody who doesn't have anything, being a mentor. That's a really good thing. And then you've got that Venus Mercury in your 6th house. So are you taking care of your health? It's doing that detox, that fasting, eliminating sugar. I believe Saturn's there as well, if I remember. Oops, sorry. If I remember. But intermittent fasting, exercise, breathing techniques. No, Saturn's not there. Sorry. It's the sun. Sorry, the sun's there too. But it's like 1 degree of Taurus. So, but it's still kind of in this group, depending on what your chart looks like. So, really, this is going to be about breathing techniques, because Mercury's here, right? Walking meditation, increase Venus in Aries, the 6th house is about energy, going for a walk at work, working out after work, doing these breathing techniques. You can do a lot of these things while you're working too. You don't just have to do it, first thing in the morning. You can do this during breaks. So really take a look at your health there. Sagittarius is this is going to be happening in your 6th house of health. So if you have maybe health issues or things going on in your life, maybe it's going to come out of the blue. So it's time to get like a second opinion. It's a good time to do like alternative healing, go into a spiritual healer, shaman, herbalists, natural things. You want to increase your energy. And diving deep, understanding your health. This Jupiter's come as a blessing. And so, you want to change your diet, eat healthy, but eat smaller amounts, because Jupiter will expand. And so eating smaller amounts, so that way you don't have the catalyst on that, which can be weight gain. So detox, cleanse that liver, do a colonic, get rid of things. Spring cleaning your office, moving furniture around, updates, grow your business, and you can get a new pet. Mars and Neptune are squaring your 4th house. So, fixing things around the house, doing hot yoga, doing boxing, something to like release some of this energy. Aquarium is a good thing to do there too. Finishing things that maybe you had started before now is a good time to like, what is that honeydew list that needs to get done? Let's do that. Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. This is in your fifth house, and it gives you a trine. So this is your house of luck. You know, this is another good angle of trying lottery, you know, playing games of chance, you know, gambling. I'm not promoting going and spending a whole lot of money. You know, you've got to have a little budget, stick within your budget. But you can also do things online, you know, like I said, radio contests. You know, you can enter contests out and about at restaurants. You can win things. So it's a really good time, you know, to, if you see something, enter it, you know. And this is also another time of starting your own business, breaking free, you know, being your own boss. You can have a big success where you can reach a large audience, you can go viral. There can also be like a creative awakening, you know, to where maybe some creative thing that you've been thinking about for a while, now you get a big shift and it changes your thinking and you think out of the box. You can get this by going on a trip. You can go, but going alone, you know, typically, maybe you're traveling with other people or something, but this could be where you're going alone. You're doing this and you're accessing and you get those shifts. I think that would be a really good way, but exploring and trying something different. You can also meet a partner. You can meet somebody during this time. So go to restaurants, go be with your friends, go have fun. You know, if you are dating somebody, you know, spice it up with some role playing. You know, this is also a good time to, you know, get pregnant. You know, Jupiter comes with a blessing into your fifth house. Maybe you've always wanted to have a child and now is the time to start IVF. If you don't want to have a kid, get extra protection, you know, make sure that you're protected at this time. It's super important. And it's a good time for going to concerts, you know, comedy shows, theaters, you know, do something different, you know, something out of the box for yourself. Do an open mic or go do karaoke where you're singing and just enjoying your time. You know, this is a super good time for that, you know. And Venus and Mercury, this is squaring you in, you know, in your fourth house, you know, and so having roses, having some little mini roses, you know, it's you know the remedy. It's something with thorns and, you know, mini is going to be the Mercury and, you know, and just keeping that you know, inside your house, and that's a good remedy for it. And then Mars Neptune is in your third house, which gives you a sextile. And so, you know, communication is going to help you. This is what's going to help you. This is where you can, because it has this aspect of social media. So, but also radio and media. You can win things on the radio, calling in onto the radio station, entering, you know, these concerts that you want to go to. You can win a concert, you can meet an artist, you can win a meet and greet, right? But Mars being in this third house, and Neptune is also about strengthening your lungs. Breathing techniques is really good to do, you know, strengthen that lung. Also, you can, with Mars in the third house, it's always good to learn how to do juggling. I love that remedy for Mars in the third house. You're using your hands, you're learning something. If you've never tried it before, it's not easy. So, and then also it's volunteering, you know, it's in your community, you know, donate, go through things in your house, you know. This fourth house, you have this this Aries energy, and it's about doing some change, right? You got this square, so you have this, you need to do something in the home. Go through your home, go through things that you're not using, and donate them into the community, you know. Instead of doing a yard sale, this is something where you're going to the local charities and giving it away, you know. Have a candle in your home, right? Light that candle, spiritual candle. You can go to the church, like I said. If you're doing when you're contesting, have that candle being lit. Set intentions. Intention is key here. You can manifest. This is a huge time of manifesting. Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. This is you, right, Lana? You know, fourth house, there's a square. So, you know, a shift in your home. How do we change this? Change the energy, feng shui, you know, change the furniture around. Very simple of, you know, you don't have to you know, paint, you know, crazy and make huge changes. Maybe you don't own the house and you can't paint. So you can refresh it with pillows, redecorate. You can get new furniture if you can. If not, you can just change little things with different pillows, you know, redecorate, get some sacred artwork, you know. Just this is a really good way of changing this energy, changing rooms. You know, this is big moves. You know, maybe your children's rooms, switch them, or, you know, Kai's here now, Mila's here, you know, you switch the rooms, you know. And it's about that, just doing some dramatic shifts that, you know, and upgrading your house to like smart, make it a smart house, you know, update little things like that. So you can do that, you know. This is a good time because the Jupiter comes in here and blesses that fourth house. You can buy property, you can get a good deal on a property, you know, something that you can make money from, you know, as a rental, or that you're going to rent out at night. Or some people can be downsizing and just saying, I don't need this. I'm selling my home. I'm buying an RV. I'm shocking everybody. I'm leaving, or I'm moving to another country. Like, it's always about just this change. Or you can buy some land and start a community, you know. You can do a retreat where people come to your land, and you're this is the time to do that, you know. Get with people, get with that community. Or this is just how you get the downloads, and you know, that's taking that square, so it takes some sort of action, you know. Start making the actual steps of doing that. You can also access your soul family. You know, this is your roots. This is where you come from. You know, you can get a reading, or you can learn about galactic astrology, QHHT, Akashic records, family constellations. Do that inner child work. There's this thing called womb healing, going back to the root, changing, you know, the truth is going to set you free. This is going to be about releasing that energy from the past so it doesn't affect your future. A lot of times we hold on to those old beliefs, that old, you know, your family, your history. It's time about releasing those. You're going to get downloads and insights of how to do that. You know, Mars and Neptune is in your second house. And so, you know, this is a good time to hide money. You know, if you want to save money, but Mars and Neptune there, maybe you don't know how to do it. Maybe you're scared about having it in banks. So, you know, there's challenges that I like to do of $5 bills and hiding it into the kitchen, you know. But that's a good way. You can do that. You can light a candle while you're cooking in the kitchen, playing music, dancing, you know, but play like a foreign music, you know, something you never listened to before, you know. Just change it up. Get a different wallet, you know, red wallet. You can put a picture of a fish, you know, inside your wallet, so if you don't want a red wallet. And then, you know, Venus and Mercury is in that third house, and so this this is action again. And so learning how to juggle, moving meditation. I think that also this is tapping, because it's tapping into subconscious. It's doing something with your hands. So EFT tapping, maybe, I don't know how Marina's GSR works, but I know with EFT, you're using your hands, you're taking action, you're releasing, Mercury is retrograde. And so it's releasing some thoughts, it's that 21 degrees is that truth is going to set you free. So releasing any self-doubt that you might have, I think is going to be the breakthrough for that. So, and social media, obviously, doing different things on social media, trying maybe shorter videos, not such long videos, because, Aries it wants to do it quick, get to the point, do things quickly. And that gives you a sextile. So that's going to be supportive, but a lot of energy in that third house during that time. And then Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising is third house. It's going to be happening in your third house, which is going to give you a sextile. And your third house, like Jupiter, here's that blessing in your third house. You can win a car. You can win a new phone or a TV or a computer. So this is about, I don't know if you guys ever contest, but I used to do this and I've won a lot of different things. So, but you can also get a new vehicle, or, obviously I would wait until Mercury is not retrograde. It could be a time for you to go test driving things. Jupiter is something large, so an SUV. Uranus is like an electric car. So maybe you're gonna change something that you've maybe you've had a specific type of car you've always driven, and now you're gonna go try something new. Go drive it, go test drive it, and see how it feels. You can meet a lot of new people online. Social media. This is another good way of starting a podcast. Social media, sharing a unique message that is going to reach a lot of people, shifting, connecting, activating. It brings happiness, motivational things, but you can get a lot of downloads. So maybe channeled writing, but let go of what you don't need, throughout your house. Maybe it's time to sell your car. Maybe you sell it online. You can do a yard sale. This could also signal someone doing a dramatic change, and their house turns into wheels. Move into an RV. It could be as well. And it could be doing something new and exciting, like, with that Venus being in Aries is, that adrenaline, and there are places where you can take a course and you can drive a race car, visit a place you've never been before. This third house is in, playing tennis. That's a very Jupiter thing. Learn how to ride a horse. That's something fast. That's a really good way. Or just do go for a ride on a horse. You don't have to learn how to ride. You can just go on vacation. And how many times have you seen those pictures of people on the beach where they're walking, they're going on a ride on a horse, but you start to think differently. You shift your thinking, you release beliefs, and you're interested in new things. So now you're looking at new courses, different types of things that you want to do. It's a great way of learning, energy healing, Reiki, Qigong, tapping, or you're going to start teaching. You can do this online, or you can start to learn a new language. You can be by immersion. You can just go, you can take a trip and just maybe for 3 months you go to Mexico and you just immerse yourself to where you learn that, very shocking, very quick. It'll give you that ability to learn. The communication, it's writing a book. Maybe it's something that you've been writing for a while, and now it's time to get it published. Now it's time to share it with everybody. Submit that book in and get a publisher. So I think that would be a really good time for that. And then Aries, Sun, Lunar, Rising. This is in your second house, so you can have a lot of financial gains. But when you have Jupiter coming to your second house, you want to eat smaller amounts of food, because Jupiter, you don't want, Jupiter will expand, right? And so this is what you eat. Jupiter can expand what you eat. So it could be overindulgence of foods, okay? Especially sweets. This is Taurus. So you want to eat a smaller amount of foods, and you want it to be healthy. You know, you can change your diet, you know, try a different one. You can do Bach flour, right? Taurus, medicinal mushrooms, drinking your golden milk, ginger, turmeric. It's eating healthy, natural, but unique, different. You know, there's some newer things like medicinal mushrooms, you know, that's totally different. And there's a lot of different, but the more healthy, natural way. But you definitely want the expansion of Jupiter to go towards your money, not towards your stomach. So you eat smaller amounts, you know, break it up throughout the day so you're not just overindulging. Reevaluate your spending, you know. You can do the envelope challenge. You can save money in a big bowl in your kitchen, you know. Doing this with the envelope challenge is really good because you're reevaluating your finances. You know, you're putting money into each envelope for every aspect of your life. And so when you've not spent the money in the envelope, then you put it in the bowl. You know, this is just gonna, it can grow the money that way. It's a good remedy for that.
Can I ask why a big ball? So it's like Jupiter energy?
Yeah, it's Jupiter energy. It's a big bowl. Yeah. And Taurus is round. So you want it to be a round bowl. You can be blue, you know, but you can just have a nice big round bowl where you just start throwing cash in it. Boom, boom, boom. You know, you do your envelope challenge. Let's say you give yourself a budget of $100 for going out to eat, you know. But the challenge is you're trying to save money. So, you know, you're smart with your money. You're reevaluating where you're spending your money. And at the end of the week, instead of putting the money in your bank, you're putting that money in the bowl, and you see that money grow. You see that grow because you're attracting that to you. But also you can do, you know, in your wallet, have unique money. In America, we have $2 bills. They're very, you know, you can't really find them too much. So you can put that in your wallet, $2 bills. You can put foreign money in your wallet. But mindset is key. It's really about setting intention. You know, you can get, and that is what you're trying to break free from with this second house, is that you want to be financially free. That's the energy. You want to break through. You want, and so set that intention. I am so grateful that I am financially free. And, you know, mindset is going to be key when you're doing that, you know. Also, it's about what you value. You know, this is your second house, your values. Have you been collecting something for a while? What is it doing for you? Like, can you let go of that? Can you sell that and make some money? And so I think that it's time to look at that, you know. Also, investing in yourself, you know, beauty techniques, you know, getting those facials, doing stuff, you know, massage, you know, your five senses, you know, really invest in yourself, work on yourself, higher knowledge. You're looking at different ways of how you can make money. You've been making the money this way, but now is there another angle that you can do? And so meditate and connect with you know, different ways. I think a lot of downloads are going to come. And you know, Mars and Neptune is in your 12th house. And so this is going to be time to exercise at night here. You know, this is going to be doing role play at night, it's sex, you know, different things here. Um, yoga, couples yoga, you know, really deep connecting with your partner. And then donating to, you know, 12th houses. And in Pisces, it's about somebody who doesn't have anything, you know, children who don't have homes. So donate to people who don't have something. And that can be another way. I think that's it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wow, that was so in-depth. I absolutely loved all the suggestions. And I'm happy to say quite a few of them I've been doing like subconsciously. Like people
Yeah. And I think,
things. Yeah.
yeah, the energy's here now. So I think a lot of it is intuitively, it's already coming to us. It's embracing that. You know, a lot of times I think that people will be like, well, I don't want to do that. That just sounds weird, or it's awkward, you know, but we have to take those steps of trying something new, you know, and just feel that shift. It's about moving with the energy and not pushing away and being fearful of it, because then that's just going to manifest. Because I see online everyone's like, oh, I'm so scared it's going to do this and that, and I'm going to lose a relationship or this and that. I'm like, well, why don't we just use the energy? I mean, these transits are here for our growth and for us to learn, and so use it. Are they going to happen? I'm not predicting what's, you know, what is going to happen. It's unexpected. I don't think we're going to be able to exactly. These things are going to be out of the box, out of the know. You know, you can do, you can have a great relationship and then all of a sudden, boom, out of the box, it's done. You know what I mean? There's, if it's in your karma, like it's going to happen. Things are going to change, but why not do these steps to work with the energy? And that's just my goal, is just how do we enhance ourselves with it, with this energy? And, you know, and I think I look at it as, you know, this solar return, and I spell instead of, I spell it S-O-U, wait, S-O-U, soul, SOULAR. I spell it differently than just the solar, because this is about your soul, and it's solutions. I'm coming up with solutions for you to enhance your life and to, you know, we have these things with the solar return of that are different than your natal chart, but it's also going to enhance. And that's the other thing. And I didn't bring that up in the beginning, but you know, we always want to look at our chart, at our natal chart for these transits. And, you know, do you have an aspect of Jupiter Uranus in your chart? Okay, like me, it's an opposition. So this is an upgrade to me. This is a conjunction. So it's upgraded the aspects. So I'm going to even feel it even more, even if it wasn't on a specific place, which it is on a specific place in my chart. But, you know, but you're going to feel it more. Or is it a downgrade? You know what I mean? Did you have a trine and now it's a square, or it's an opposition? However, like, you want to look at those, because that's why you also want to, you know, this is just kind of a general overview of things that can happen, but really want to look into your chart and see what Jupiter and Uranus, what does it rule to? I just looked at what the ruler of Taurus right now, that Venus, but what is it doing in your chart? What does it rule in those houses? And those are also going to be other angles that are going to really play a bigger picture. There's a bigger picture going on here, you know, that, so I think I just a little bit hit on it, and, you know, doing other readings is going to help pull that out for everybody.
Well, I'm very excited for this new reading you're offering, which is looking at people's solar return chart, that's the chart for the year, and helping them with remedies for difficult positions or remedies to enhance positive positions, to tap into that. I will put a link below of this new reading for Mishele if you would like to contact her. As you see, her approach is very positive, very uplifting, and very practical, which I absolutely love. Maybe it's your Taurus rising there.
Yep, exactly.
Thank you so much, Mishele. Wonderful again to hear from you. And thank you everyone for joining us and for tuning in for this presentation. Have a wonderful year ahead and happy holidays.
Same to you. Thank you.